Yo, what up, people? Stafford or Murray this week? For me, Latavius Murray. Do I trade Khalil Herbert for Ramondre Stevenson? Yeah, I would. I think Stevenson's gonna have more long-term value here than Khalil Herbert right now. So, what up, people? All right, answering your questions here for a little bit. So, go ahead, ask your questions. Let's get it. Let's get it. I need to pull up injury report as well. Looking at it this week. I was looking at it today as well. I know that Antonio Brown has officially been ruled out. Rob Gronkowski was officially ruled out. Who were the other big ones? Weren't there a couple other big ones that were officially ruled out? I don't have my. I'm using my phone. I meant Kyler. You said Latavius. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I meant. I meant Kyler Murray. I meant Kyler. No way. You told me to sit Darren Johnson and he went off. Hey, I'm sorry. I would tell you again. It was not supposed. I didn't think he'd rush for over 100 yards. Should I trade Eckler for Ridley and Edmonds? Yeah, well, I would want Eckler's side. Elijah Mitchell or Penny? I would go with Elijah Mitchell. Trade A-Rob, Alex Collins, and Robbie Anderson for Mike Williams? Yeah, I would do that. Swift or Lenny? Swift. As long as it's PPR, Swift. Trade CMC and Terry for Ridley and Swift? Yeah, I would do that. What up? What up, dude? What up, people? Can't get them right. Y'all be cool. Yeah, I can't get them right all the time, unfortunately. Hey, with Brown potentially out, should I start Elijah Mitchell? Who's Brown? Antonio Brown? I'm pretty sure if you're talking about Antonio Brown, I'm pretty sure Antonio Brown's been officially ruled out. Should I offer Kupp for Metcalf and Henderson? Would they even do it? I mean, I would offer that. I think that's a decent offer, honestly. Should I trade Gesicki, Gordon for Deontay Johnson? Yeah, I would do that. Is Callaway a good replacement for AB since he's out this week? Yeah, optimize. Yeah, that's fine. Keep T.Y. Hilton or no? I mean, it just depends on who you have. You know, who are you going to pick up? Legend, hope all is well. What up, Jake? Yo, what up? How do you add mods? I just add mods for like people that have been in the chat for a while. Mixon for Terry? I want the Mixon side. Mixon for me. AJ. Oh, Brian. Okay, that was AJ. No. What's his face? AJ Brown's officially good to go. He wasn't even on the injury report, so he's good to go. Fire up AJ Brown. Devontae was good in flex. I'm happy to have his best game when I started him, right? AJ Brown might be out. Should I play? No. I saw today that he was officially good. He wasn't even on the injury report today. I saw that he's good to go. Should I trade Moss for OBJ and Gaskin? Yeah, I would do that. Terry or Chase rest of the season? Honestly, Chase. I think Hasty from the 49ers coming back. You're afraid he's going to take away from Elijah Mitchell? Absolutely not. No. Because here's why. This is why I think that I'm not worried about JaMychal Hasty coming back. Because we've already seen JaMychal Hasty with Elijah Mitchell week 1 and week 2. Elijah Mitchell was the guy. Especially week 1. He was absolutely the guy. No, I'm not worried about him. Do you think Saquon is coming back next week? I hope so. I think he'll be back next week. We'll have to see. Pickups be Renfro, Parker, Kadarius Toney, or Jacoby Myers. Yeah, I would pick up, honestly, out of all of them, give me Devonta Parker. I would pick him up. Is this a good trade? I traded AB and Gronk for Justin Jefferson. I have Hawkinson as my tight end. Yeah, I think that's a good trade. Fournette or Ridley? For me, Fournette. Devonte Freeman or Michael Carter? Yeah, Latavius Murray. That was the other big one. He's officially out this week as well. I saw that. So I honestly would go... Honestly, I would go with Devonta Freeman. I think that Devonta Freeman is going to be a big part of the offense. Not a big part, but at least he's probably going to see just as many touches, like close to Michael Carter And it's a better offense. So I would go with Devonte Freeman. Should I start Sterling Shepard this week? Yeah. I mean, it depends on your other options, but I think he's a good start. Do you think I should trade Terry for Chase? Yes, I would want the Chase side. Thank you, buddy. You're welcome. Should I drop Kadarius Toney for Rashad Bateman? I would, yes. Hollywood or AJ? AJ. Should I trade Deontay for Dalton Schultz and Singletary? No, I wouldn't. I would just keep, unless you're like, no, I would keep Deontay. I think that you could get a better trade for that. Aiden, we got Khalil, Mitchell, JD, or Collins. I would go with Mitchell there. What about Swift for Terry? I would want Swift. I want Swift out of that. Debo or Ridley? Ridley. Okay, hear me out. I have made a bad trade, but I needed to do it. A-Rob and McKissick for Damian Harris. Then I'm adding Harris and D-Hop for Zeke. I don't think that first one was that bad, to be honest with you. I think that was good. And I think the other one's pretty good, too. Devonta Parker, Kadarius Toney, or Bateman? Devonta Parker there. Start T or Allen Robinson? Huh? T. Oh, T. Higgins. Yeah, I would go with T. Higgins. Who should I start? Woods or Chris Godwin? I would go with Chris Godwin. With AB out, Chris Godwin. You're the GOAT. No, you're the GOAT. Hey, Tyler. Yo, what up, Wyatt? What up? What up? What up? Debo or Deontay? Rest of the season. For me, if it's full point PPR, give me Deontay. Otherwise, I'd probably go with Debo. I'm going Julio over Corey since Corey played trash last time. Yeah, no. And Julio actually looks like he's going to play this week. That's okay, MP. Traded Kelsey and Miles Sanders for Andrew, CH, Darrell Williams, and Emmanuel Sanders. It's a 3 wide receiver league. That's okay. Swift for Jefferson. Now, that one I probably do, but it's really close. I'd rather just keep Swift because I like running backs. Do you think DK will play? I think so. Tomorrow will be the big day. We'll know a lot, especially like tomorrow night. Adam Scheffler usually reports like all the guys that are out later at night. So we'll have a good idea. It's nice to know that some of these guys are out. Not that it really matters right now, just because like we still have Saturday. Is it worth keeping Gallup and Landry? I would say Gallup. I would want Gallup still. I see massive OBJ and Golladay drops. Thoughts? Probably. Yeah. Best YouTube channel, Aspire Sports or Aspire Sports? Aspire Sports. Let's get it. What should I try to get for DK? It depends. It's really hard for me to say what exactly, and his value right now is low. Should I stack Marlon Mack? Should you hold on to him? Stash? Yeah, I would stash him. Here's the thing is that with some of these guys that are apparently on the trading block, that could get traded before the deadline, the running backs, it's just like, who do they go and play for that like really is going to use them? Like, where does Marlon Mack go and he's really fantasy relevant? Like, I just don't see a spot that he's really going to be that relevant. You think you'll be live tomorrow night? I got to run now, but definitely will. Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow night. Yes, I'll be live. I'm not going to be live for too long tonight. But tomorrow night I'll be live for a while. And then I'll also be live for a while in the morning on Sunday. I think last time I went live for like 4 hours. I'll probably do the same tomorrow or on Sunday. I'll be live for 4 hours. I have Alex Collins. If he doesn't start, which Seattle running back should I go with? I would go with Rashad Penny as long as he's playing. DJ Murray, Cordell Patterson, DJ Moore, Hunter Renfrow, or Lockett this week. I want to say I have Lockett still. Yeah, Lockett. And real quick, if you haven't already, if you're over on YouTube, smash that like button for me. Smash the like button. There's 35 people, but there's only 3 likes. Only 3 likes. Smash that like button. Let's get up to 20. All right, we can get it up to 20. Also, if you're over and if you haven't also subscribed to the channel, and if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. It's not as busy. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree that's in the description. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So come on over, get your questions answered. All right. Let's answer some more of these questions. Let's fire through it. Shepard or Booker? I would go with Shepard. As long as it's PPR. Do I trade Chiefs backfield for Washington's backfield? Yeah, I would. Hardman or AJ Green? Hardman going against the worst defense. I would go with I know that he is, but I would still go with AJ Green. I would go with AJ Green. T. Higgins or Robbie Anderson? T. Higgins. Hey everybody, just join and see 35 people and only 4 likes. Yeah, come on. Let's get up to 20. We're at 14, 15. Let's get up to 20 likes. Should I start Rashad Bateman or Robbie Anderson this week? I would go with Bateman. Is Debo still a sell high or is he legit? Yeah, I mean, I said that after week 1. He's clearly been proving me wrong. He looks legit. Here's the thing with Debo, is that I've always thought he's a talented wide receiver. It's just he's always been banged up. And then I thought Brandon Ayuk was going to reemerge and, be a stud, and that clearly hasn't happened. It definitely looks like Debo's the guy. Debo's the guy that you want. I wouldn't trade him. Swift for Jefferson. I have Mixon, Henry. Yeah, I would do that. Twitch. Booker, Marquis Brown, or Khalil Herbert. For me, I would go with Marquise Brown there. Miles Sanders, Chase Edmonds, or Tyler Lockett in the flex? Miles Sanders. No. Chase Edmonds. I'm sorry. Chase Edmonds. LeBron James or Kyrie Irving? I mean, LeBron, I guess, is like one of the greatest players of all time, but that's not fair. Now, Kobe or LeBron? Now, people will probably get mad. Now, Kobe. I'd say Kobe. I want that killer instinct, baby. Hines or Gaskin? Gaskin. Ruggs or Mooney? Ruggs. Crowder, Waddle, or Devontae Smith? Who do I sit? I would sit Crowder out of all of them. DK and Kittle for Mixon and Godwin. Good trade. Yeah, I think that's a good trade. Mooney or Corey Davis? Corey Davis. Robbie Anderson or Higgins at flex? For me, Higgins. I want to go with T. Also, real quick, big shout out to Adam. You can see him in chat. He has the green name with a icon with a badge next to his name. If you want to become a member, sign up to become a member, because that's the best way to ensure 100% that you get your questions answered. It's as low as $2.99 right now to become a member. So sign up to be a member, get your questions answered. I will link it right now in chat if you're interested. If you want to just check it out, there's different tiers, so you unlock different things. There's different things that you unlock, but the number one thing is you get your questions answered 100%. Doinky or Spoinky? What is that? I'm a boomer, okay? Actually, I'm not a boomer. But Pittman or Devontae Smith? Pittman. Who to start? Mike Davis, Jacoby Myers, Jalen Waddle, or J.D. McKissick? So I would go with Mike Davis, Jalen Waddle, and J.D. McKissick. Russell Westbrook about to have himself a sensational day. You think so, MP? His day last time wasn't very good. Should I trade Michael Thomas for a healthy flex? My wide receivers? Yeah, I mean, I would. I would have done that a while ago, to be honest with you. How can I get rid of Hawkinson and Keenan Allen? Like, who do I go after with each of them? It's really hard for me to say who exactly. But I do think that, like, you could get a decent amount for those guys. Like, I wouldn't just give them up for nothing. It's hard for me to say. Debo or DJ Moore? This week, I would go with DJ Moore. Start Hawkinson or Pitts, full point PPR. Hawkinson. Picked up Deshaun Watson, or do you think it's he'll go on the exempt list or get traded? So what I would do with Deshaun Watson, all right, this is what I would do. If you're in a league, if you're in a 2-quarterback or super flex league, I think I would add him there just in case he gets traded. I don't think he's going to get traded, but I would add him there. And then if you're in a single quarterback league where a redraft where your quarterback's not very good, then go ahead and add him. But if you're like in a redraft, 10-team league, your quarterbacks are good, like your quarterback's good, don't worry about picking him up. Opinion on Damian Harris? I like him a lot this week. Do you start Alex Collins, or do you think Alex Collins will play this week? I don't know. Tomorrow's going to be telling for that. We'll know for sure. Well, not for sure, but we'll have a better idea if he's going to play tomorrow or not. Should I drop Bateman for Boyd? No, I would keep Bateman. Defense, Seattle, Washington, Atlanta, or Miami. Who do I start? None of them. If I had to pick one, I would go with Seattle and cross my fingers. Henderson or Chubb rest of the season? Henderson. Bruh. What up? Bruh. Damian Harris or Mike Davis? Mike Davis. Should I trade Marquis Brown? I mean, I would try to. Everybody should be available on your team at all times. Always try to trade everybody. Well, I wouldn't say try to trade everybody, but everybody should have a set price, and everybody on your team should be available for the right price. Pick 2, Lockett, Pittman, Woods, or Mooney. I will go with Lockett and, no, I'll go with Woods and Pittman. Sorry. Woods and Pittman. I just got offered Aaron Jones, Lockett, and James Robinson for Tyreek Hill, Damian Williams, and Carson. Should I take it? No, I would not. I wouldn't take that trade. I would want the Aaron Jones side, by far. Unless that's the side that you're getting, then yeah, I would do that. Traded AB and J-Rob for Dalvin Cook. Thoughts? Yeah, I think that's all right. For Dalvin Cook, yeah. Corey Davis or Bateman? For me, this week, I would go with Bateman. I actually have him higher. Start Lockett? Yeah, I mean, it depends on who you have. Who to sit? Mike Davis, Jacoby Myers, I would sit, or who to start? Choose 3. So Mike Davis, Jalen Waddle, J.D. McKissic. Saquon for Swift, or Saquon or Swift rest of the season. I would still go with Saquon just a tad, because I think he's going to come back the following week. Is David Montgomery worth picking up, or one of the Peep Apple? They dropped him. I heard he have, yeah, I mean, I would pick him up and just leave him on my bench then. It depends on who you drop, though. For those who I can, who would buy Antonio Gibson if he goes to IR, since his end of the season schedule is easy, he is going to be healthy. He said he's healthy this week, MP. He said he's healthy, so we'll see. Start Edmonds or Antonio Gibson? I would go with Chase Edmonds. I traded Diggs and Hollywood for Tyreek. Did I win? Yeah, I like that trade. Yeah. Damian Harris, McKissic, or Gibson? I would go with Damian Harris there. Is AJ Green worth picking up? Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, if you're going to start him, I do think that he's a decent flex this week. But if you're not really going to play him, like, ever, then personally, I wouldn't pick him up. I would pick up, like, backup running backs. Like, guys that I would pick up would be, like, Benny Snell. Yuck. Guys like Jeremy McNichols, those kind of guys. Jeremy McNichols would be the first guy I would pick up. Mark Andrews or Darren Waller rest of the season. Darren Waller for me. I would buy low on Waller, but in my league, you can't play tight ends at flex. I got Kelsey. That sucks. Michael Carter, outlook this week. I mean, he's an okay play. I think he's like a low-end RB2. Yeah, I mean, that's how I look at him, because this week is just ugly. But his snap share has been going up every single week. His touches are going up. He's being more involved in this offense, so that looks good. Should I even try to trade OBJ? Absolute flop this year. Might just trade him for Joe. Joe Mixon or Joe Mama? I mean, I don't see you getting much for Odell right now. So I would just keep him. Callaway or Bateman? Bateman. Start 2. Herbert, Fournette, Chuba, or Sanders. I would go with Fournette and Chuba. For those, I would buy Mike Glennon. Just such a good talent. Just so good, man. He's a stud, huh? Start 1. Renfro, Corey Davis, Parker, or Myers. Renfro, Corey Davis, Parker, or Myers. Start 1. I would go with Parker there. If Alex Collins doesn't practice Saturday, should I pick up Penny? Yes. If he does not practice Saturday, that's not good. That's very bad news. At quarterback, should I start Carr or Tua or Winston? Carr for me out of all of them. Herbert, Fournette, Chuba, or Sanders? I got that one already. Fournette and Chuba. Can I go? Can I get Ridley for Keenan Allen, or is that not a fair trade? I mean, if I'm getting the Ridley side, I would definitely want the Ridley side of that. Sutton or Jerry Jeudy rest of the season? I'm going to go with Sutton just because he's healthier. And Jerry Jeudy, I think it's going to take him a little bit to get really there. And if he tweaks that again, I just think he's going to be out again. AJ Green or Bateman? Thanks for the help yesterday. Yeah, no problem. I would go with AJ Green or Bateman. I have Bateman higher. Bateman. Might trade OBJ for Dixon. No, you should trade him for Kenneth Dixon. Was that his name? Is he even still in the NFL, I wonder? What waiver wire wide receiver should I try to pick up? I mean, tell me who's available. Who's that? Julio? Yeah, tell me who's available. Trade Kyler Murray, Barkley, Michael Thomas for Najee Harris. No, I wouldn't do that. That's giving up a lot for just Najee. And I'm a Steelers fan. I'm a diehard Steelers fan, but I would not do that. When do you think David Montgomery is coming back? So when is their bye? When is the Bears bye week? Because I was looking at this. I don't know if it's them or if it was the Chiefs that had the bye week. Yeah, so week 10. I think after week 10 is probably when David Montgomery is going to come back. I would say week 11 makes the most sense to me. Where did you hear that Gibson is healthy this week? I saw that he said it. I saw, if you guys don't have, what is the app called? Oh, my phone's right there. I don't have, so I forget what it is, like the fantasy football app or something like that. It's Matthew Berry has the app, but it's like, I use it all the time because when there's breaking news, that app saves me so much. It's like out right away. So I believe it was on that app that he said Antonio Gibson, one of the beat reporters said for Washington that Antonio Gibson said that he's healthy. He said, well, he didn't say healthy. All right, I guess I shouldn't say healthy. He said that he's going to play this week, and it's just when they saw everything, it's just more, it's a pain tolerance type of thing. So that's the thing. But he said he's good. So, I mean, obviously, what's he going to say? I'm bad? No, he's not going to say that. Gibson or McKissick. So if it's full point PPR, give me McKissick. Otherwise, I would go Gibson. Mooney or Bateman? Bateman. Is Henry for AB, Chubb, and Barkley fair? I mean, I want the AB side. Chubb and Barkley side, definitely. I don't know if it's fair, but I would definitely want that side. Pittman? What about Pittman? TJ? Is Devonta Booker a start this week? Yeah, he is. I mean, it depends on the other guys. You think this guy will take my trade? I get Ridley. He gets Keenan Allen. Probably not, but I would send it. Full send. Hurts or Jackson? Jackson. Should I trade Jalen Hurts and Myers for DK Metcalf if I already have Allen? Yeah, I would do that. I'd do that trade. Bateman or Pittman? I would go with Pittman there. Devontae Booker or... Yeah, I would go with Pittman. Devontae Booker or J.D. McKissick? Devontae Booker. Chuba Hubbard or Darrell Williams? Darrell Williams. Should I trade Edmonds and T. Higgins for Deontay Johnson? If it's PPR, I probably would do that. That's so close. That's so close. It's close for me. I probably would, though. Jacoby Myers or Damian Harris. Damian Harris for me. Damian Harris. Hardman and Keenan Allen or Hawkinson and Allen for Ridley. Which one is more fair? So, I mean, I would go with the Hardman one first. Keenan Allen. Don't think he's going to take it. But then I would do the Hawkinson and Allen. I think that one's definitely fair. How about Henry and Swift for AB, Chubb, and Barkley? No way. I would not do that. Unless I'm getting the Henry side, then yeah. Mike Davis or Rashad Bateman? Mike Davis. I love Mike Davis. I somehow ended up with Lamar and Hurts. Hey, it could definitely happen. You know, Hurts was going way too late this year. Your boy was saying it all season, all preseason. I was saying, Jalen Hurts is a league winner. He's going too late. You need to be drafting him, especially where he's going. Absolutely smash his ADP. What happened to Pittman last week? Yeah, I know. He was disappointing. He was disappointing last week. T.Y. had a good week. Hey, man, what's up, Uzi? McKissick or Gibson? So if it's full point PPR, I would go with McKissick. Otherwise, I would go Gibson. Start 2, Chuba Hubbard, Devontae Booker, Herbert, Patterson. So I would go with Chuba Hubbard, Devontae Booker, Khalil. I would go with Patterson. So Chuba Hubbard and Patterson. Mike Williams and Henderson for Kamara. No, for Kamara and Adams. Now I would do that, yes. Yes. What's up, my guy? Yo, what up, Jonathan? Still debating. Elijah Mitchell or Herbert if Williams sits out. I would still go with Elijah Mitchell. I mean, I like Herbert, but that's like, if it was a better matchup, I would probably go Herbert. But it's a really tough matchup against Tampa Bay. I really don't like that matchup at all. It's by far the worst matchup. Julio, Ayuk, Kirk, Robbie Anderson, Rondell Moore. Hardman. Are those the guys that are what are you picking up from waivers for my flex? Okay, so one of those guys. Elijah Mitchell for me. 100%. Pick him up and start him. 3 doubts. Okay, so one for each. All right, so Tua or Matt Ryan, Tua. Godwin or Pittman, Godwin. Stevenson or Freeman. I would go Freeman with what's his face being out. Latavius Murray, that's his name. With Latavius Murray out, give me Freeman. Do you think Ayuk is worth holding on to, or should I drop him and pick up Pittman? I would pick up Pittman. I would drop him. Jamar, AJ, Mike Davis, pick 2 to play this week. I'm going with Jamar and AJ Brown. I got offered Aaron Jones, Lockett, and James Robinson for Tyreek Hill, Jarrell Williams. No, Liam, I would not take that trade. Unless you're getting the Aaron Jones side, then I would take that trade. But if you're getting the Tyreek Hill side, I wouldn't want that. CH, Darrell Williams, Chenault for Gibson, McKissick, Ertz. Yeah, I would take the Gibson side. Julio Jones and Antonio Gibson for Ridley. If you need a wide receiver, I would do that, yeah. Still think still hurt. Should I pick up Howard? Oh, okay. Gronk is still hurt, yeah. Howard or Brayton, I know they're both going to be touchdown dependent. I would go with O.J. Howard. I just think he's a better football player, so I would go with O.J. Howard. And just, yeah, like you said, hopefully he scores a touchdown for you. Is D-Hop and Damian Harris fair for James Robinson? Yeah, I would want James Robinson there. Trade away Tyreek for Gerald Henderson and Amari? Yeah, I would do that. Gesicki or Gaskin for flex? Honestly, I would go Gesicki. Is Corey Davis a good wide receiver 3 and 3? Yeah, I mean, he's okay. Sure. Like, this is going to be a tough matchup for him this upcoming weekend. It's definitely going to be a tough matchup. But, like, season long, yeah. Mike Davis, Gibson, JD, or Bateman? Mike Davis. If only one. Mike Davis. And real quick, if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Smash that like button. Also, hit subscribe if you're over on YouTube. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. It's not as busy. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to the link tree. The link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So come on over. It's not as busy. Get your questions answered. 100%. All right. And real quick, I'll do another little plug here since I got a tiny little break. So if you're going to do some betting, if you do betting, bet on, the spreads, bet on player props, whatever it may be, sign up with BetUS. It's down in the description. You also see Stream Elements talking about it. Deposit $50 with the link down below or Stream Elements, and you can get 125% deposit match bonus if you're a first-time depositor when you deposit $50. So sign up BetUS today to get that. You win some bets. You take out your money that you won and just play with the house money. So BetUS. Yo, rock out with the $2 donation. Appreciate you. Who would you drop? Kirk, Corey Davis, Callaway for Bateman. So I would drop Callaway, personally. I would drop Callaway just because I just don't see him having a lot of value once Michael Thomas comes back. And Michael Thomas apparently is going to be ready here within the next couple of weeks. So I would drop him where I think Rashad Bateman for season long has some good value. So I would drop Callaway, pick up Bateman. And appreciate the $2 donation. Thank you. Can I start Zach Ertz with confidence this week? I wouldn't say with... I think he's a good play this week, but I wouldn't be like super confident just because he's newer in this offense. So, but if you're starting him at the tight end position, you don't really have anybody else. I mean, fire up with confidence. Plays in one of the league's best offenses. So yeah, start one in standard scoring. We have Michael Carter, Devonte Freeman, Alex Collins, Jamal Williams. So only one. So if Alex Collins plays, I would play him. Otherwise, I would go with I gotta check. I would go with Devonte Freeman, honestly. Start or sit T. Higgins. It depends on your other options. I mean, I do like T. Higgins this week. I'm in a 2-quarterback league. Started Bridgewater and don't have a second quarterback available. Do I grab Geno off of waivers? Yeah, I mean, I would. I wouldn't leave it empty. Julio, Ayuk, Kirk, Robbie Anderson, Rondell Moore. Oh, yeah, that one. So, Mario, I would pick up Elijah Mitchell. I'll pick up Elijah Mitchell, Mario. Should I trade Jonathan Taylor for J-Rob and Deontay? 120% I would do that, yes. Khalil Herbert, Gaskin, McKissick, pick 2. I would go with Gaskin and McKissick. Unless you have Damian Williams out, I would play Khalil Herbert over Gaskin. I mean, I'm starting Ertz, but because Kittle's on IR and would pick up Tyler Higbee, I would be satisfied with an 8-point. Yeah, I mean, I would probably pick up Higbee. It's going to be really close. So if you want, just stick with it. I think that Ertz is going to be a decent play this week. I'd probably go Higbee, though. Hawkinson or Jones? Hawkinson or Jones? Who's Jones? Julio Jones? I would go with Hawkinson. Thanks, you're welcome. I can't seem to trade Chris Carson for anything useful. Should I just wait it out and hope he gets healthy or drop him for Devonta Parker? I could use some wide receiver depth. I would just wait it out, personally. I would wait it out, and then if word, he's getting close to return or something, then I would try to just trade him. Then. What about Sterling Shepard or Bateman? Sterling Shepard for me. Do I start Hawkinson or Julio Jones? Hawkinson. Start or sit Higgins? Depends on your other options, Drew. But I do like Higgins this week. Should I start Heineke? I mean, who else would you be starting? DK or Evans? DK or Evans? Evans. Julio is out. Should I drop him in and pick up Freeman? Julio is officially out. I thought it was questionable. Unless this is recent. Is this recent news that he's out? So Pittman or Freeman, I would go with Pittman. I traded away Lockett to get Woods. Win, loss, or draw. I mean, I think that's I would say a draw. Right now, I think Robert Woods has a little bit more value. He hasn't really done a whole lot, but just has a little bit more value than Tyler Lockett, because you're going to have Russ out for a little bit here, but I'd rather have Lockett, though, personally, because when Russ comes back, he'll be good. And we got another $2 donation from Rock Out. Appreciate your Rock Out. Look at this, $2 donation. Need a quarterback this week. Winston, Tua, Heineke. I would go with Tua. I like Tua out of those guys the most, so I would go with Tua. And shout out to Rock Out with another $2 donation. Appreciate you. Thank you. What should I do with Terry? Should I trade him for Diggs? Yeah, I would want Diggs there, yeah. Should I start Jamal Williams or Ramondre Stevenson? Full point PPR? Oh, boy, that's rough. I'd probably go with, honestly, Stevenson. Actually, I'd probably go with Stevenson, yeah. Start Herbert or Miles Sanders this week? Miles Sanders. Brown and Chubb or Barkley for Henry? Brown and Chubb or Barkley for Henry? Oh, okay, so Chubb or Barkley? I would put Chubb there first, personally, Anthony. Jamar and Swift for Devontae. I have Eckler, Aaron Jones, and CEH. I'd rather just keep Swift and Jamar, to be honest with you, T. Should I try to trade Barkley? My running backs are Swift and Melvin Gordon. I mean, if you need something, yeah. Tyler, I called it. Browns took the dub. Hey, you did. You did call it, which was, honestly, I was pretty surprised that the Browns won. I won't lie to you. I really did not think the Browns were going to win. Should I start Bateman, Callaway, or Robbie Anderson, PPR? Thanks, man. Personally, I would go with Rashad Bateman. Rashad Bateman. AJ, Brown, Lockett, Myers, Chase need 3. Chase, AJ, Brown, and I would go with Lockett. Who are some low-end running backs to buy cheap or pick up off of waivers for 1 week rental? I need running back. I would say a guy to really buy cheap would be Michael Carter, Devontae Freeman, Rashad Penny would be guys that maybe are available. I would pick them up and just fire them up. Should I trade Kamara for J-Rob and Deontay? I'd probably keep Kamara, but that is pretty close. I'd probably just keep Kamara, though. Elijah Mitchell, Khalil Herbert, Miles Sanders start 2. Elijah Mitchell, Miles Sanders. I have a lot of buys, and Chubb is injured. What was that for? For the trade? Oh, okay, for the Jamal Ramondre Stevenson. Gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. But hey, this week is bad. Damian Harris, Darrell Williams, Chuba Hubbard, Collins need 2 PPR. I would go with what was that one again? Damian Harris, Darrell Williams, Chuba Hubbard, and Collins need 2. So I would go with Darrell Williams and Chuba Hubbard. Booker or a questionable Edmonds. If Edmonds plays, I would go with Edmonds. What wide receiver, running back do you think I could get out of Marquis Brown? I mean, it's really hard to say, but I would say try to target like a Chase Edmonds. Okay, now do I start Robbie Anderson, Ruggs, or Rondell Moore? Full point PPR. Much love, bro. Mike, I would go with Ruggs. Devonte Freeman or Penny? Who do I drop? Callaway, Robbie, or Bateman? Callaway. And I would pick up Devonta Freeman. Unless Alex Collins is officially out, then I would go with Rashad Penny. You probably won't know that until Monday now. Until Monday, though. So we'll have to see. But maybe we'll know on Sunday. If he doesn't practice tomorrow, that's going to be very concerning for his availability. Also, if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Smash that like button if you're over on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. It's not as busy. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree, and my link tree will take you over to the YouTube channel. So come on over. Devonta Freeman, I got that one. I traded Josh Allen, Saquon, and Ridley for DJ Moore, McCaffrey, and Hurts. Is that a W or an L or a draw? So I traded Josh Allen, Saquon, and Ridley for DJ Moore, McCaffrey, and Hurts. Honestly, I would take the DJ Moore side. I like that side. Bateman, A-Rob, or Ayuk. For me, Bateman. Tyler, is your lineup slim pickings or are you set this week? No, this week, actually, I'm honestly pretty good this week. There's a couple out there. Really, no, honestly, all my leagues are pretty good this week. Appreciate you answering these questions, brother. Hey, appreciate you, Mike, with a $2 donation. Thank you. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to answer your guys' question, get you ready for week 7. I can't believe that we're already at week 7. This NFL season is going by fast already. So, hey, you're welcome. And good luck to you this week. But Ozai, yeah, I mean, I honestly, this week I'm pretty good. I like a lot. I really think that the teams that I drafted actually have really good depth. That's one good thing that I think, like, in a lot of my leagues, I'm right around 3-3, or whatever. Is it 3-3? Yeah, like 3-3, 2-4 would be, because we've had 6 games. Yeah. So I'm right around like 3-3 for all of them. There's a couple that I'm 4-2 in, a couple that I'm 2-4 in. But like my teams are really good and there's a lot of depth. So I think, especially now, like this week with the bye weeks hitting really bad and injuries piling up, I think I'm really good, to be honest with you. What's up? I aspired to win fantasy. SOS on this one, bro. Oh no. Mooney, Josh Jacobs, Marquis Brown. Need 2 for flex. Enjoy free beer. Hey, I would go with Jacobs and Brown this week. And good luck to you this week. Appreciate everybody hanging out and being part of the stream as well. Should I try to trade for Rodgers, or I'm fine with Cousins until Wilson? Yeah, Cousins is okay. Life goes by fast when the NFL is on. That is very true. Honestly, it's very true. Stafford or Murray this week? Stafford. Or I'm sorry, Murray. Brandon Cooks or D-Hop? I would still go with D-Hop there. Murray's playing the worst team in the league, so him. Yeah, I mean, he is. I mean, I love Stafford as well. Don't get me wrong. I love Stafford. But I would just go Murray. Is Bateman a decent second flex and a competitive? Yeah, absolutely. I think Bateman's a solid play this week, to be honest with you. Yes. Yes. Mike Evans in for a big week with Brown and Gronk out? Yeah, I think so. I think one of those guys definitely should be. And if one of them doesn't have a good week, big week, that's very disappointing. but I would say one of them should definitely have a big week. I think, honestly, both of them can have a big week. Elijah Mitchell, Damian Harris. I would go with Damian Harris. Just I like his matchup better. Otherwise, if Elijah Mitchell had a better matchup, I'd probably go him, but I would go Damian Harris in a plus matchup. Mitchell or Kirk at flex. I would go with Mitchell. Antonio Gibson and Julio for Tyreek. I would want Tyreek side. Appreciate it, brother. Have a new subscriber here. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you to everybody that's, subscribed and everything and watching. Appreciate you. Good luck to everyone this weekend. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Bruce. Funny. So Bateman over Robbie and Callaway. Hard decision. Honestly, it is. It's very close. Personally, I would go with Bateman. Yes, it is very close though. You watching any college games tomorrow, bro? Honestly, if I have time, I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. To be honest with you, I'm not super into college football. I just think, to me, college football's, honestly, it's a little boring. I just think that the pro football, is just, in my opinion, head and shoulders above college. I just think, honestly, college football is a little boring, to be honest with you. But I still watch it, especially the big teams, like Alabama, because Alabama's basically an NFL team now. That's exciting to me. But when teams run I don't know, freaking option and stuff, although really no teams do that anymore. A lot of them are just pro style offenses. But I just think that the competition is just nowhere near the pros, and the pros is way too fast paced. I just like it. I like the pros. McKissick or Mitchell, RB2. Mitchell. Go to the Thai restaurant, man. I know, I should. Who's my quarterback this week? Darnold or Winston? For me, I would go with Winston. Winston this week. Who would you trade? Schultz for Goddard? I would go with Schultz. No. I would want Goddard. Yeah, I would want Goddard. With what's his face out? With Ertz now gone? Yeah, give me Goddard. Where do you have Tannehill ranked? Tannehill, I have where is Tannehill ranked? Tannehill is 13th. Tannehill is 13th this week. Should I trade Dalvin Cook and Ryan Tannehill for Chubb and Josh Allen? Yeah, I would do that. Do I trade away Gibson and Kupp for Aaron Jones and Marquis Brown in PPR? Gibson and Kupp for Aaron Jones and Marquis Brown. No, I would keep Gibson and Kupp personally. Okay, so McKissick or Kirk at flex? I would go with McKissick. As long as it's PPR. JD McKissick or Antonio Gibson. If it's full point PPR, I would go with JD McKissick. Otherwise, I would go with Gibson. All right, and we're caught up. Okay, so I'm going to end this over here. So I'm going to re-go live, put it back up. All right. Let me see. Do you think DK is going this week? Yeah, he's going to be out this week. No, I think he's going to. Well, we'll see. Tomorrow's going to be really telling. Tomorrow's going to be really telling, but I think he'll probably play. You think picking up a running back in the first round was a mistake? For what? Pittsburgh? Are you saying Pittsburgh? Or in fantasy football? I think in fantasy football, picking a running back is the best idea. I think going a running back in the first 3 rounds, honestly, is the best thing. Wentz, Tannehill, or Winston? I would go with who do I have higher? I have Tannehill the highest, actually. Tannehill. Yo, what's up? Yo, happy Friday, everyone. Tyler, love you, Bobby. Yo, what up, Clan? Iron, yo, hi, what's up? Yeah, Iron, what's up? I saw your message in the in Discord. I'll get you in that chat after the live stream. I'll get you in there. I saw your message. So, and you said from Austria. You're from Austria. That's awesome. That's awesome. I think Austria, right? Or was it Australia? I think it was Austria. I could be wrong. Do you think Hill plays this week? If so, I still start Hardman over McKissick and Mitchell at full point PPR. Yeah, I would. Yeah. If so, should I start Hardman over? Okay, so I think Hill plays this week, and then should I start Hardman over McKissick and Mitchell? Full point PPR, I would go with McKissick. I would go with McKissick there. Gesicki or Hawkinson this week? Gesicki or Hawkinson? Hawkinson. You think Gibson will play full game? I'm hopefully he plays full game. I mean, I think that's the plan right now, but if he ends up getting, hurt, he definitely could be back on the sideline, but I think he's going to try, absolutely. When will Gronk be back? Hopefully soon. I mean, they should have put him on IR. I don't think that they anticipated being this long, but I do think that they're being like extra cautious. They're winning games. He's a stud, right? They're going to need him later in the season, so let's not rush him back. Thoughts on Bateman this week? I like Bateman. Yes, Austria. That's awesome. That's awesome that we got some fans all around the globe. That's awesome. JT and Waddle for Deontay and J-Rob. Yeah, I would do that. I want Deontay and J-Rob. Looks like Collins is not going to play this week, especially with Collins booking a second. Yeah, so, I mean, tomorrow's going to be really telling because he could log like a limited practice and then end up playing. But like tomorrow, if he does not practice, then yeah, definitely looks like he's not. Like any franchise picking a running back for the first round draft pick, I've seen people say after Darren Johnson doing well, they're easily replaceable. So I agree with it. I agree with that to some extent. I do think that some guys, like if you're set and you need a really like just a running back is like really the last piece you're missing. I do think that you can definitely find other running backs in different parts of the drafts. But guys like Ezekiel Elliott, guys like, I mean, Derrick Henry, I don't even think he was drafted in the first round. But just guys like that, like even a guy like DeAndre Swift was drafted. Like once you get to like the later first round, and if there is like a generational player, a running back like an Adrian Peterson or something like that, absolutely, I think that you got to take him in the first round. But like I wouldn't, if there's multiple running backs that are really good in the draft, then I'd rather just wait. Like I think that teams should probably wait. But like if they really like a guy, like I don't think it's a terrible pick. But especially if you need like other positions though, like if you're a team that is kind of, a player or two away from being really good, one of them's a running back. Yeah, I don't think that's bad. Really worried because Pete Carroll said that Collins has no injury. He's just bruised, but hasn't practiced 2 straight days. He might practice tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see if he practices tomorrow. I have McKissick and Gibson on my team. Need to win this week. 1 point PPR. Who should I start? I would go. Okay, so it's full point PPR. I would go with McKissick there. Saquon and MT for Jonathan Taylor. If you need to win this week, yeah, George. This guy offered me Ridley for Tyreek. I declined. Was that good? I mean, if I would get Tyreek, I would want the Tyreek side. I had a Kaya. Is that how you say it? A Kaya? I don't know how to say it. And a boothie, jeez. A berry smoothie for breakfast. Then for lunch, I had General Tso's, with fried rice for lunch, and nothing for dinner just yet. How about you guys? What did I eat today? I don't think I had anything for breakfast. I had to get some Wendy's today for lunch because we went to like this farm where you can get like pumpkins and stuff. They have a ton of stuff there. It's really cool. But we went there, so we were in a hurry. And then for dinner, I had a taco bowl. A freshly made one with some avocado and some what else was it? Even jalapenos. Hey, it was delish. You remember my trade question? Fant, Mooney for Goddard and my third. I can make him turn the third into a second. Think now, I will accept. Okay, so what side are you getting, Iron? What side? What? So are you getting Goddard in a second? And remind me again, is this like a dynasty, or is this kind of like a redraft, like a keeper league? You keep X amount of players, or is this a dynasty league, Iron? How do you feel about Robert Woods going forward? I mean, like Robert Woods definitely, I would say like lower 20 wide receivers going forward. This guy out for me, Ridley. Yeah, okay, I got that one. Is Khalil Herbert or Renfro a better play this week? I would go, if Damian Williams is out, I would go with Khalil Herbert, otherwise Renfro. Yes. So, okay, so it's a dynasty. Okay. So a second round. So you're getting, and once again, are you getting the second round draft pick then in Goddard? Or are you trading away Fant and Mooney? Hollywood or Montgomery? Hollywood. Hollywood for Montgomery? I would want Hollywood. So with Latavius Murray out, I picked up him because my opponent has Murray. You picked up who? Freeman? Would you play Devonte Freeman over Michael Carter and Alex Collins? Yes, I would. I would. As long as Alex Collins is out, yes. What do you think of Wentz Sunday night? Can he go off? I think Wentz is like a solid, like he's kind of like a Phillip Rivers last year. Phillip Rivers was like a solid 15, 17 point guy every single week. So far, Carson Wentz has been like a solid 21 point, 20 point guy every single week. So I honestly think he's probably going to fall right in that range. Like once again, 20 points. So I think he's a like a reliable starter this week if you need a quarterback. Yeah. Think A-Robs gets traded before the deadline? Probably not. I don't think they will. We'll see. Maybe. I traded Jamar Chase and Gaskin for Chubb and Lockett. I traded Jamar Chase and Gaskin for Chubb and Lockett. My other wide receivers. Yeah, I mean, if I would want the Chubb side. I think that's good. Full point PPR, JD or Mitchell. So in full point PPR, I would go with JD McKissick. JD McKissick, yes. Thoughts on Joe Mixon this week? I mean, I like him this week. Fire him up. Renfro or Shepard? I would go with Shepard. Sterling Shepard. Winston or Wentz? Got Prescott on bye. I would go with Winston there. I like Winston this week as well. I still have Javonte Williams, Jerry Jeudy, and don't like to play with 3 Broncos. Okay, so you're getting... I would get Goddard in the second round. Yeah, I would do that, Iron. I would do that trade, yeah. I would do that trade. Get on Xbox. Waz, I will be soon. Yeah, I would do that trade then. If you're getting Goddard, especially now with Wentz gone, or with Ertz gone, yeah, I would do that trade then. And a second round, yeah, absolutely. I have no wide receiver 2 now because AB is out. Do I drop Devonte Freeman to pick up a wide receiver flyer on waivers or take the 0 points and play? No, Seclan, I would drop Devonte Freeman then. I would drop him and I would pick up... I would drop him and pick up... I wouldn't take a 0. Fantasy football is a game that comes down to the wire typically for standings. Like one game could make a difference, so I want to take a 0. What if this week you lose by 5 points? But if you put a wide receiver in there, he could have gotten those 5 points, and then you end up don't making the playoffs because of one game, right? Well, that one game where you didn't start anybody ended up screwing you. So I want to do that. I think then they have a lot of mouths to feed. Yeah, and honestly, I don't see. I like Fant more for Dynasty for sure. Mooney is kind of like, I'm not really that like excited about Mooney's prospect going forward. But for Goddard, I think that there's a good amount. There's decent value going forward in Dynasty leagues for Goddard. It's not. I view him and Fant the same. And then the second round draft pick is really when you can get somebody really good, as a rookie. So I would definitely do that. Think CEH gets back his rollback. I don't know. To be honest with you, that's tough because honestly, here's my take on CEH. The Chiefs messed up. CEH wasn't that good. CEH does not look good. He looks like a very average NFL running back. They should have gotten DeAndre Swift. They should have gotten DeAndre Swift. Well, really what they should have done was get Jonathan Taylor. Why wouldn't you draft Jonathan Taylor? Anyways, DeAndre Swift I would have drafted 100% over CEH. And hasten when I play Fortnite. The clan, she loves it. Do you think Ridley is going to do good this week? Yes. Do you think Daryl Williams keeps his role? So going back, I guess I didn't really answer that question. But I think that Daryl Williams definitely going to be more involved once CEH comes back. 100%. Yes. Will Lockett get some good points this week? Probably not really good points, but in a week that it's really bad, yeah. I like Swift better than Taylor. I don't know. Ooh. I mean, I love Swift. Don't get me wrong. I think that Jonathan Taylor is just in a bad spot where he needs to see the ball more. But yeah. Also, I got to get to Seclan real quick. Standard scoring. Who do I pick up? Wide receiver. Devonta Parker, Renfro, Robbie Anderson, Darnell Mooney, St. Brown, Alan Lazard, Christian Kirk. Since I have Kyler, honestly, I would go with Parker. And if you want to go with the stack of Christian Kirk, that's fine. But I would personally go with Parker. That's who I would go with. Seclan. Apex phases, and I know Waz is someone he plays with, so I had to say it. Hey, Waz my homie, real life homie. Shout out to Waz. Shout out to all my pairs. So glad I picked up Darren Johnson. He looked good. He really did look good. I wasn't very high on Darren Johnson this week. I mean, I had him as an RB2, but definitely not as high as I should have. He honestly looked really good. And the game it was pretty ugly. That game was pretty ugly. And Denver, what is going on with Denver right now? Thoughts on Matt Ryan this week? I like Matt Ryan. Traded Emmanuel Sanders for Miles Sanders. I like that. Devontae Smith or Tyler Lockett. I would go with Devontae Smith. AJ Green or Lockett at flex. I would go with Lockett. Can you tell me who disliked the stream so I can ratio them? They got timed out. I don't know. Like, if you don't like the content, I mean, that's fine. But, like, why are you saying in the chat? I mean, I think he said because I think college football is boring, which maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't think all college football is boring. It's just, I love the pros. Like, I just think the pro football is, in my opinion, it's just my opinion. Once again, that's my opinion. If you like college football, I mean, that's totally fine. It's not that I don't dislike college football. But if I'm just more, I get way more excited about pro football than I do college football. That's just my personal opinion. And if you don't like that, hey, I'm sorry. We don't have to agree on everything, you know. Not everybody agrees. It's okay to disagree with somebody. That's totally fine. I still watch college football. I still break down film at the end of the year of players, players that are going to be fantasy relevant. So whatever. Traded Emmanuel Sanders for Miles Sanders. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, I would want Miles Sanders. Would Shepard or Pittman at flex? For me, Shepard. Yeah. Who should I thanks, Kirsty. Who should I flex? T. Higgins, A-Rob, Gaskin, Jacoby Myers, or Rashad Bateman? I would go with T. Higgins there. I get Deontay Johnson, and he gets Keenan Allen. Should I send this? I would want Deontay Johnson, yes. Do I start Jerry Jeudy, week 8? He said to come back. Like, who would you be starting him over, Charlie? I'd probably give him a game or something before. Green Bay is bad at defending RB. Should I start Gibson? So if Gibson was 100% healthy, absolutely. Gibson for me would be a really good play this week. But with Gibson banged up, I am a little iffy on him. Tyler, do you have your upset pick for Sunday? Not yet, but there are a couple that I'm looking at. The number one thing that I'm looking at right now is this game here. Your Cincinnati Bengals, baby. They're 6-point underdogs, 6.5-point underdogs. I'm thinking I might go with that game, although I think Baltimore is probably going to win. But I would take the spread. I would take the spread for Cincinnati in that game. Oh boy, I kicked my light. Oopsies. All right, guys over on TikTok, this seems like a good plug here. I'm going to go live here for a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to hop off. But I'm going to say this real quick. Quick little plug. If you're over on YouTube, smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. It's not as busy. I'll get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile. Go to my link tree that's in the description. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So come on over. Get your questions answered. Ozai, do you have a upset pick of the week this week? Do you have one? You said you will have bold predictions ready for today. So what are your... No. I didn't say today. I said this weekend. Hey, I'm not ready yet. But here's one of them. I'm telling you one right now, Seclan. This is one. Okay, this is one. Right here. Right here, baby. The Cincinnati Bengals... I don't want to say win. I'm going to say win, okay? It's going to be a bold prediction. But I definitely say, I'm going to say cover with the chance to win, okay? But I'll say cover. But I'll have more. I've been looking at it. I'm looking at it. And with my Steelers not playing this week, I'm really running out of some options here. I would be starting Jerry Jeudy over Henry Ruggs. Or Lockett if he's not performing well. I would personally give Jerry Jeudy one more week. Like I wouldn't start him right when he comes back. I would rather start one of those guys and then Jerry Jeudy like the following week. How do you feel about Pittman this week? I mean, I like him. I liked him last week and he really didn't do anything. So I like him this week, especially in a bad week. I would fire him up if you need to and feel good about it. I have Gronk and Kittle for tight ends. Both are hurt. So I have no tight end this week. I'm projected to win by 40 plus. Do I drop Gallup or Ronald Jones for a tight end? I would drop Ronald Jones, yes. I would drop him and pick up a tight end. If I was betting man, I would put money on the Bengals to win. They just have more weapons on offense and all the momentum right now. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think I would take the money line. I would take the spread, though. I like the spread. And especially like a divisional game. Plus 6.5 is a lot. So I would personally go with the 6.5. Thoughts on Renfro getting at least double-digit points this week against the Eagles? I think it's definitely doable. If it's PPR, like if it's standard, that's going to be really tough. But if it's PPR, yeah, I definitely think that's doable. Is it worth drafting Watson yet? Like picking him up, you mean? Or drafting him? What do you mean for drafting him? Thoughts on J.D. McKissic versus Green Bay? I like him. You think Waller's due for a big game against Philadelphia? I mean, he's due here. He's due here soon. Yeah, he's due here soon. Should I trade Beckham, Hawkinson, and Keenan Allen for D-Hop, Dawson Knox, and Jalen Reagor? No, I would keep Hawkinson's side unless you're getting that side. If Hawkinson does good this week, should I trade him for Lamb? I would. If you don't need him, picking him up. So real quick, I'll say this. I'll just say it to everybody. What I would do with Deshaun Watson, if you're in a 2-quarterback or super flex league, I would pick him up. I don't think he's going to get traded. But if he does, that becomes like a top 5 quarterback for you and definitely a league winner in your 2-quarterback super flex leagues. In your 1-quarterback redraft leagues. Now, what I would do with him right now is if you have a good option right now, I wouldn't worry about picking him up. But if you're kind of like playing the waivers, streaming quarterbacks, or maybe you have like a guy like Kirk Cousins who's okay, who's a good starter in your, 1-quarterback leagues. But if you have somebody like him, I would probably pick up Deshaun Watson. And then the worst is like next week we should really know if he's going to get traded or not, and then just drop him if he doesn't. But that's what I would do. Gonna go get some dinner here. Nice chatting up with you, Tyler. You streaming tomorrow? Yes, I will be live tomorrow. So usually it depends on how exactly my morning works, how busy I am. I gotta go and help my sister. She's a dog groomer. I gotta go help her tomorrow. She needs some help, so I'm gonna go help her out tomorrow. And then so I don't know if I'm gonna be live. I would like to go live earlier in the day and also live later in the day. Like definitely around like 9-10 o'clock is where Eastern Standard Time, PM, is definitely when I'll be live tomorrow at night. But I'll see if I'm able to go live earlier in the day. I would like to. J.D. McKissic over Gibson PPR. If it's full point, give me McKissic. Otherwise, I would go Gibson. How do you feel about DK's injury? You think he's going to play? Yeah, I do think he's going to play. And I'll see you, Seclan. All right. I'm going to go live till 9:40. So four more minutes, and then I'm going to hop off and go do some stuff that I got to do. If Kirsty's available. Kirsty. Thoughts on JaMychal Hasty? So here's my thoughts on it, all right? I think that Elijah Mitchell is going to be the guy here. And I think when JaMychal Hasty is going to come back, he's going to play over Trey Sermon. They obviously don't like Trey Sermon. I think that they really messed up that draft pick, and they know. So, yeah, I think that when JaMychal Hasty comes back, I think Elijah Mitchell is absolutely going to be the guy. He'll play a little bit, but there's really no interest in me holding on to JaMychal Hasty right now. I wouldn't. Man, there are really no good juicy. Yeah, I know. This week, yeah, that's another one too. That Ozai, that's another one I'm definitely looking at right now is the Seahawks over the Saints this week as well. Yeah, I mean, when I was looking at it, I don't really think that there's that many like crazy upset games. I do think that New York bounces back this week. New York Giants. I think that they're going to have a good week against the Panthers. But I'm definitely I'm not taking I'm not taking the Washington football team. I don't really like Tennessee. I'd rather go with the Chiefs. Outside of that, I don't really feel good about these games. What about Detroit against the Rams? How do you guys feel about that one? You're so funny. Darnold or Burrow this week? Burrow. You think Shepard can meet projections 15 points? I do think he can get that. Absolutely. If it's a full point PPR, absolutely. Trade Derrick Henry for Joe Mixon, Devontae Adams, and Justin Herbert. Yeah, absolutely I would do that trade. Yeah. Do you think Mitchell will get more than 10 carries this week? I know he's more talented than Herbert, but Herbert gets more volume. Yeah, I do. Okay, so the reason why I think that Elijah Mitchell, when he came back that first, prior to the bye week, right, the game right before against Arizona, he had 9 carries. Because number one, Trey Lance was starting. And Trey Lance is going to take those rushing, kind of like Jalen Hurts right now. What's going on with Miles Sanders is that the volume's just not totally there yet. But I do think that with Jimmy G back under center, that you're going to see more volume for Mitchell this week. Absolutely. But I the only reason why I don't, and it still really is a tough matchup for Herbert as well. Or for Elijah Mitchell. But I think it's more of a beatable matchup than Herbert's. Herbert's against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has had a historic rush defense over the past 2 years. Their defense has been so good against stopping the run. Can you look at my last question? 12-man PPR. Cook, Zeke, Damian, A.J. Brown, Jacoby, Corey Davis, Marvin Jones, Tannehill. Should I make a package for a wide receiver? I mean, I probably would, but I wouldn't overspend just to get a wide receiver. I would just keep going with what you have. I think it's fine. I think A.J. Brown's going to start to turn it around here, so I really wouldn't overspend just to get a wide receiver. Hardman, Freeman, or Bateman? I would go with Freeman, honestly. You think Russell Wilson will be back soon? I got Locken. He's killing me. I think at least a few more weeks. Lions beat the Rams. I think they... That's true. But that would be a massive upset if they did. I don't think it's going to happen, obviously, but that'd be a massive upset. Just got here. What's your thoughts on Raiders? The Raiders. No, that was a bad one. The Raiders. That's a bad one, too. I don't know how to do it right now. Versus the Eagles. I like the Raiders. The Raiders have been really surprising this year, okay? The Raiders have been really good. They've been really good. And I thought last week they might struggle a little bit because the whole thing with John Gruden. But they played really well. So, should I accept this trade? Gibson, James Robinson, and Hawkinson for Eckler, Deontay Johnson, and Schultz. Yes, I would. I would do that. All right. So, it's officially 9:40. I'm going to hop off. But I will be live tomorrow. So, if you haven't already, do me a favor. You don't have to smash the like button. But hit the subscribe button. If you're over on TikTok, make sure you hit that follow button. I'll be live tomorrow on here as well. Make sure you tune in, and I'll see you all tomorrow. All right? Please answer my question. I need to know what it's a 50-50. What's Ryan? Should I accept this trade? Oh, yeah, I said it. I would do that trade. If you're getting the Eckler side, yes. Thoughts on Carson Wentz? I like him this week. I think Carson Wentz is a good streaming option this week. All right. Peace out, people. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Peace.